Khazad-dum muru, Khazad-dum
Hello fellow builders. We're going to take you on a quick tour of Bildur's epic backpack, talk about the contents within, talk about the mods we use to put this pack together, and how to make it work for you. So we'll start off. I keep a wander keg of smoked mead in there. That's just my personal favorite mead, no particular reason, just kind of a thematic thing. Next we have the miner's helmet, the Euregian armor, and the Zarok torch. All light sources that are excellent for helping build, especially in those darker corners of the world. We do use the epic items in any slot mod. We use a special version of that mod that allows you to put backpacks within backpacks, as you can see here. When you have an epic item, a masterwork item in your backpack, you can equip it on mouse and keyboard by right-clicking to equip and unequip. So keeping it in your backpack and just equipping it when you see fit is pretty easy. Also, when you unequip a masterwork item in this way, instead of going into the slot on the back of your backpack and being visible over your shoulder, the Zarok torch just disappears. You can't see it outside of your inventory at that point. Next, we have the adamant hammer. Best hammer in the game for repairing and restoring old buildings. This dwarf does like to carry a bow with him for harvesting hides and taking out bats and things like that during sieges. We have a bow within one of these backpacks. I like to put my arrows in the hotbar so that I can always see the number of arrows that I have, as opposed to having the bow in the hotbar. If you select that hotkey, you can see that equipping the arrows automatically equips the bow, but still allows you to see that arrow count. Moving on, we have the Whisperwood Kushnabrak, Durin's Axe, and the Spellcarver Steel War Axe. Durin's Axe has obvious implications and uses. It allows you to mine through shadow-cursed doors, such as the Durin's highway gates, to facilitate shortcuts to places that you might want to build in. Also offers some extra protection against Shadow Curse, the Despair. Pushes that away faster than usual. This combination of axes is pretty key if you're trying to harvest your own materials and want to do so in the most efficient way. So to do that, you would use the Spellcarver Steel War Axe, which is only a tier 2 axe and is not going to take any trees out in one hit. So you hit each tree once with the Spellcarver axe. Then you equip the Mithril one-handed axe with the Whisperwood rune, and you finish off all those trees that you just hit with the Spellcarver axe, and this will give you, let's use the example of an elven tree. You strike an elven tree with the Spellcarver axe once, then finish chopping it down with the Whisperwood axe, and you will get wood scraps, elven wood, iron wood, and an elven tree cutting. You do Ubasam wood, you will get wood scraps, Ubasam wood, iron wood, and an Ubasam tree cutting. So maximize the potential for harvesting all those materials. Moving on, we have some meals here. These meals are available in Lionheart's Grand Warehouse. There's a chest full of each meal in the game. These are just the 3 that I chose. This is a complex breakfast, a complex lunch, and a complex dinner. Presumably they're going to give you the highest level of buff for each mealtime. This isn't something that you can do without accessing the warehouse. You can only have rations, which you see I also carry lumba spread with me to eat during those times. There is no buff to be had, or when I'm in the middle of a fight and need that quick regen. So each one of these stacks of meals is approximately 20,000 meals. You see I eat it, it doesn't disappear. So keep that dwarf fed and he'll work hard for you. Next we'll move on to these backpacks. We'll show you the contents of those backpacks, and we'll explain how to move those things about as long as you have the appropriate mod. So we'll move each backpack individually into this chest, including our main pack. So we're going to refer to this as main pack. This is going to be pack 1, pack 2, pack 3. The adventurers pack is pack 4. These other 3 are mountaineers packs. So in pack 1, I'll let you go ahead and take a look at that. See that we have the majority of the crafting materials used in the game. If this were the only builder's backpack that you carried, you'd be able to do a lot of building and you'd be able to do most decorations. Each stack is 9,999. That is the max stack size for any material in the game when you're using the Fat Stacks mod. There's another Fat Stacks mod out there that will allow you to hold 99,999 per stack, but I find that causes a lot of problems with lag, so I would recommend avoiding that one and sticking with this one. But you see we have all the woods, all the stones, we have double stacks of some of those, all the materials spread throughout these 4 packs. Here's pack number 3, has the gems and precious gems, including black diamonds, has the rest of the ingots, the rest of the ores, the Gundabad slag, more coal, more metal fragments. And this is the food pack, pack number 2. It has all of the food ingredients as well as all of the rations. Rations, it's hard to access these packs that are within your main pack on the fly, but I like to keep all this stuff in here to be able to stock my builds when I make them. No sense in having a build with a food chest if the food chest is empty. Moving on to pack number 4. Pack number 4 has all the box for the same reason, to be able to stock chests with the box, and the damage the box to be able to stock the chest next to the workbench so somebody can make a box out of them. All the Bildur tomes and scrolls, so you can stock those shelves. And each one of the hammers that unlocks build pieces. For instance, the star metal hammer expands the granite tab for you. The adamant hammer, again, we had that in our main pack, but this is just in case you lose that one or forget to grab it or leave it in the hotbar of a different dwarf or something to that effect. We've got some of the other miscellaneous materials that we didn't have room for in other packs. And we have all the tree cuttings and the entwood. Like I said, there's our hunting bow. And then Durin's crown is important for a builder because simply picking the crown up, you don't have to repair the statue in Durin's Forge with it, but simply picking the crown up will unlock the Durin statues for you. So bringing this into a world will unlock all those Durin statues for you. Okay, so now the mod that we use to make this backpack possible is called, I refer to it as Epic Backpacks. It is a Epic Items in Any Slot mod. The normal one that you can find on Nexus Mods does not allow you to put backpacks within backpacks. But different mod author was kind enough to make this mod and give it to me. I will offer it to the people that are in my Discord. Again, you have to have this version of the mod to be able to get a backpack inside of a backpack. Now, once we have them all separated like this, you can build any backpack that you want and put it in a chest. But you're going to be using the take all button, so you don't put anything in this chest that you don't want to go into your backpack. You equip your main pack. Now when you hit the take all button, your inventory will fill the hotbar slots first from left to right, and then it will move to your backpack and start in the upper left corner and fill from left to right, top to bottom. So when I hit the take all button, these backs are going to go in my hotbar, like so. And then I can freely move them within my own inventory without causing any problems. Now, if I have this backpack inside this chest, it's got the other backpacks inside of it. If I hit the take all button, no problems. Everything goes right where it should be. If I try to grab this pack and move it to the backpack slot, it's going to, well, I'll just show you. I grab it, and you see I'm still holding on to the pack that's half full, but there's a pack in my backpack slot. So we're going to put that back, and we see that it's pack number 1. Okay, now if we do this again, so now another pack went into my hotbar, but I'm still holding that main pack. And what it did was it put pack number 2 in the backpack slot and moved pack number 1 to my hotbar. So we'll put pack number 2 over there. If we grab the pack again, you see it put pack number 3 in my backpack slot. And you do it again, it's going to drop pack number 4. So important to use that take all button. If you have the mod, you can put it back together. It's not that big of a deal. It becomes a big deal when you're out and about adventuring or running from point A to point B and you decide to drop a pack for whatever reason, and you pick it back up, because then you have to place a hearth, and then you have to place a chest or a wall display and do a bunch of inventory shuffling. It just gets to be a pain. So backpack in the back slot, hit take all, move them according to your whim.
Shh, quiet. I see.
Alternatively, you can hang a backpack on a wall display. You do not need to have epic items in any slot to hang a backpack on a wall display. That's a general function of the game. Any backpack that is on a wall display, your dwarf will pull inventory from it the same way they pull inventory from a chest or a pallet within a hearth radius. Again, when you take the backpack off of the wall display, if you grab it and move it, it's going to start splitting packs. So if you don't have the mod, definitely don't do that. Just hit the take all button and everything will work out just the way it's supposed to for you. And that is how we use Builder's Epic Backpack. If you've got any questions, find me on Discord, shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to help you out with them. Till next time.